I sell drugs to the bankers, lawyers, and government officials I strip for. I can easily make up to $1,000 in one night, but the real money is in selling cocaine to clients.
Like, do you have any fear that there will be police repercussions?
Look, I'm not a drug dealer. I'm not at home bagging up coke.
It's very hypocritical.
There is this judge that, sentences people for selling drugs, and they're low-key doing it themselves. People will definitely judge me more just because I'm a mama.
Were you a dancer as a kid?
Growing up, my mom was an exotic dancer, and even my grandma was. She'd come home tipsy, in a good mood, and have all these wands, and she'd help, give me I don't know, $10 if I helped her count her hundreds of dollars in wands.
Did she ever caution you against going into the profession?
Once she found out, she was just as long as you're doing it for the right reasons, and she knew that I was, because I started dancing to help pay for college and stuff.
So what's a night at a strip club like?
My customers are there to feel really good energy. A girls gone wild type of vibe. That's what the guys want. Always smiling, always happy, always laughing at their jokes, even if they're corny. Just being that it girl. We're naked therapists. I know half of these guys' lives, within the first hour of knowing them.
Can I ask how much money you made doing this job in college versus now?
So when I was a baby stripper, I'd make, I don't know, a couple $100s, and I think that was a really good night. And now I make thousands in one night. I gave coke to a customer once and made extra money off of it. I quickly learned that you can make even more money helping the customers get what they're looking for.
Can you tell me a little bit more about what types of people they are, how they are so open about it?
So, there's bankers, lawyers, government officials, cops, state senators, judges. It's crazy. There's always a hidden side to everyone.
Do they all also buy drugs from you?
It depends on the customer. Lawyers have definitely flew into town for trial, and they want to do coke all night, the night before trial, because they're nervous. Then they literally sometimes will be okay, can I just keep the rest of the bag? Because I have to be up in 2 hours, so I'm just gonna wake up and do a bump. Even a pediatrician will come in and want to party one night, and just maybe they're fighting with their wife, or their wife is 9 months pregnant.
Have you ever seen one of these high-profile people on TV or on the news later?
Yeah, I guess there is this judge that sentences people for selling drugs and stuff, but then they're low-key doing it themselves.
I always knew that lawyers, bankers, etc. did drugs, and they would do it at work sometimes or in that setting, but it's very surprising to me that they would go to a strip club to buy that. There's so many stories about people getting caught leaving strip clubs or with drugs. So I'm trying to really figure out why go to a relatively public place compared to a more private place when I'm sure they have the resources.
They have to keep everything bottled inside, and that's why they come into the club. They want to drink and tell all their problems and relieve their stress, and that's why we have to be there. They're not going to come in on a Saturday night where half the town is in the club. They're going to come in, go in the back, party, be very, very low-key with it.
How do you feel people who make and uphold the laws are doing drugs with strippers?
I think it's crazy. That's why I feel it should be legalized. Yeah.
It's very hypocritical.
Yeah, very hypocritical.
So what are some of the strange things that people have asked you to do?
There's all types of fetishes. Defecating, urinating, getting thrown up on. There was this one guy who just wanted women to, have their nice heels on and just during a lap dance, step on the couch and just step on his balls.
When guys are high, when they come in and they're taking lots of drugs, does that make your job easier?
So it definitely makes the job easier, it makes them spend more money. And then when they're spending more money, I'm happier, everyone's happy, it's a great time.
Do you ever take a cut of the money that customers spend on drugs? I don't know, broker's fee?
Yeah, there's definitely always added fees. I always definitely lie about how much I paid for it and then how much they should tip me.
Seeing all these different men come in and spilling their guts to you all the time and telling you about all of their issues, how does that make you feel about dating and men in general?
I don't think monogamy is real anymore. I've seen guys come in, never been in a strip club before, they're there for their bachelor party, they're like super vanilla. 2 hours later, I hear my friend, who was the girl he was with, being like, yeah, he wants me to come home with him.
Have you encountered dangerous or really like undesirable situations?
I've been in a champagne room with the guy, and then like, you know, they try to like force themselves on you, where it's like, you know, you have to like scream for the bouncer because like they're really trying to like force sex onto you, you know, and then they're drunk and they get aggressive, and you need to know when to say no. You know, you can't be a pushover. Like, you have to be the one in charge.
Do you have any fear of that there will be like police repercussions?
Well, yeah, me and my friends, we always like worry about that or think about that. Like, I tell all the guys, I'm like, look, I'm not a drug dealer. Like, I'm not at home like bagging up coke and like bringing it to work. I'm just the middleman, you know?
Did anyone judge you for becoming a stripper?
I'm a mother, I have one daughter, and people will definitely judge me more just because I'm a mom with this job, and they believe that, you know, once you become a mother, that you cannot work in the sex worker industry because you have to focus on being a mom and being like this like perfect image for your kid.
Are you ever concerned that it could endanger your relationship with your daughter?
I have a plan. Like, right now it's just to save up my money, you know, and pay off the house or get a house for me and my little one. When I think about, oh, if I got caught, you know, selling drugs, like, obviously I'd have to stop with that. And, you know, I always think like, oh, I have enough money saved, I can pay for a good lawyer and everything will be fine. I kind of go with, we're all gonna die anyway, so YOLO. I mean, if it happens, it happens. Life goes on.
Have you seen changes in the industry over the years compared to what your mom told you about?
Sex is so easy to obtain online. You can literally swipe and have sex with someone in less than an hour, you know? So why would a guy now in 2022 go into the strip club and spend $12,000 and not get sex when, you know, that's what they want that night?
What would you say to people who think that sex work is easy?
I get so mad. The hours can be exhausting. It's like playing the lottery. Like, you're not gonna make all money every single night. If you don't have a strong mentality going into this job, you can get hooked on drugs, you can get into prostitution, you know, getting pimped out, just being sexually assaulted, sexually abused. For the most part, I enjoy my job and I have a lot of fun. I love the freedom with this job. So for me, like, this is the best job I've had in my life so far, and I enjoy it for the most part.